Well, traditionally Sydney Water has approached its asset management thinking about it in terms of asset classes, so developed expertise on developing our asset plans on things like pump stations or pipes or whatever, but we're actually moving towards thinking about the outcomes that all of those assets come together, so thinking about it as more of a system. So we call those system blueprints, and that's what we're moving to think about. What are the outcomes that all of those assets in, say, a particular catchment or a particular product are going to do? So instead of moving towards, say, plans for the pumps and the pipes that fit in within that catchment, thinking about how they all fit together. Well, I think there's three main disruptors happening in the industry at the moment. I think the first is technology. And never before have we been able to really look at big data like we have before. We were able to take the layers of different types of information, not just asset information, but customer information, real-time traffic information, what's happening out there, real operation information, actually be able to layer that. Never before has the technology being available for companies to drill down through all of those layers of data and get different insights and maybe approach the way they're managing their assets in a different way. I think the second disruptor is the customer revolution and really engaging with your customers and understanding what they want to get out of the services, and then how that affects the decisions you make on your assets every day, and certainly changing the way things are done in our business. And I think the third thing in water in particular is the changing understanding of what water's contribution is to, say, a city or an area and the community more generally. And that's actually changing the type of assets we're seeking to build in the future, which will then in turn change the way we manage those assets in the future. Well, it would be hard to pick one, but the one that stands to really, I suppose, has made a big difference to us, and that's really looking at our predictive analytics capabilities within the business. And one example is how we've used that to really look at our critical water mains, and we haven't done that internally. We've partnered with universities and other research organisations to help us really understand what is it that's causing failure of our critical water mains. And that research has resulted in a huge amount of savings in terms of us being able to predict and actually avoid some failures, but also to really look carefully about our investment, and it saved us many millions of dollars to actually pick the right things to renew and to fix, but also really think carefully about the size of that renewal. So instead of renewing a whole section of 40 metres or 50 metres, we're now getting better and only having to renew certain parts because we have confidence that the rest of the main's intact. So it's really changing the way we think, and I think that's a fantastic innovation. And at the end of the day, the money that's saved out of using that technology or that innovation goes back to our customers in the form of lower bills.